Hi, it's Arsh Ellahi, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some of the things that they don't teach you at landlord school. I'm going to be showing you about a bit of damage that has been caused to a property by a tenant and how I got called out at 4 o'clock in the morning, especially this morning, so it's completely fresh off the bat. Before you do that, I want to say a quick hello to all subscribers. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos, but more important, hopefully you're going to enjoy this, what I would consider real life experience. So let's get moving on. So got called out at 4 o'clock in the morning to a property, and it was the police and the fire officers, and said we need you to come down to the property because there's been some damage. Now when we talk about damage, and as soon as they mention fire, naturally everyone starts to panic, which is completely understandable. So I'm going to show you exactly what's happened. So apparently there was an arson attack. Now, it may scare some of you, but the one thing I will say is that when you've got quite a large portfolio, and apologies for the noise, we are going to not have what I would consider 100%, all happy. When I say happy tenants, but tenants that live in harmony. There are going to be some issues, etc. And this is one that happens. It doesn't happen very often. I think over the last 20 years, I can probably say that I've dealt with about 3 or 4 fires, which is fine, and there haven't been major ones. This one, depending, it'll be interesting to see whether you can consider this one as a major one or not. So let's go and have a quick look at it. So, sorry, Al, can I just ask you to stop scraping for a sec, mate? Yeah. So here we are, we're in the hallway. You can see straight away that we've got some smoke damage, and you can see that all the carpet has actually been burnt. So we've got lots of damage here. So on the ground floor, luckily, it was okay. On the first floor, we've got a bit of a clearing up mission to do. So I got a call out from the fire brigade saying, guys, we need to have a look at what's going on in this property. They've forced their way into the property. They've knocked off 3 or 4 doors. You can see the amount of smoke damage and actual damage that's happened to the property. Hello, Neil. So there we go. So today's operation. Sorry, Al. Do you mind if I just ask you to stop that for a sec? Al. Right. Okay. Sorry, guys. So we've got a lot of smoke damage. You can see the plaster started to come off some of the walls. Believe it or not, it's not as bad as it looks, Neil, is it?
No, it's just smoke damage.
It's just smoke damage, and we've got 3 doors where the fire brigade have forced their way in for safety purposes, which is absolutely fine. I think we'll get it cleared up within the space of a day. But one thing that I will say is that the fire brigade actually commended us on our fire safety because no one was hurt. The fire alarm has done as it was expected to do. It alerted all the members in the building that they needed to move out of the way and get out of the property, which they did. No one was harmed. The fire doors did what they needed to do. They concealed the smoke within the certain areas of the building. A lot of the stuff that you see here is literally smoke damage. Now, the one thing I will say, some of you are probably watching this thinking, well, I don't want to get involved in property because is this what I'm going to have to deal with? This is not a regular occurrence, so don't let this put you off. You're not going to have a hassle-free journey. It just doesn't happen. You will come across some of these issues. Now, what we're doing in order to move forward, naturally, the person that has caused this damage, or when I say cause the damage, the tenant that they've come to visit to cause this damage is now going to be asked to leave. So we're going to serve them with the required notices. We can do this under also antisocial behaviour and also causing risk to other tenants. As a result of that, we'll be asking them to leave, and we'll get the building back up to scratch within the space of a week. We need walls that obviously need to be replastered. We've got ceilings. You can see that's a light fitting, believe it or not. That's completely melted, burnt down. You can see, I'm just going to quickly show you one of the, if I can see it there, you might not see it, but one of the smoke detectors that are completely burnt out. We've got an emergency lighting unit that you might be able to see there, that is completely burnt out. So there's a few bits and pieces that need to be done. It's not mainly, it's more so the fire doors that have been kicked in by the police officers. So there's 3 doors out of 6. So this is a 6-bed HMO. Well, it's a small block of flats in essence. So you can see the damage that the fire brigade have done to 3 of the doors. The other 3 tenants let them in, and then they got out the building safely. You can see that with all of my HMOs, this is the kind of setup that I run, where they've got self-contained, where they've got their own pay-as-you-go meters. So all these are little cutouts. So the first thing the fire brigade did is knock them all off to make sure that there's no electric in the building. So they isolated it quite quickly, and as a result, it was dealt with quite swiftly. What's the moral of the story? It's not always going to go right. It never always does. And anyone that says that it does, generally speaking, won't be telling you the truth. What are you two laughing at? There we go, we've got the builders here. So I'm quite fortunate that I've got a good team of builders and people on hand, so that this happened at 4 a.m. in the morning. By 8:30 in the morning, we've got them here, clearing out, moving forward, getting it ready so that the residents can get back into their respective properties by the end of today. So guys, it's just a short, sharp video today. Just letting you know that things don't always go right. They won't always go right. You will come across some problems. It's about how you deal with them, and from a resident's point of view, how we're dealing with it to protect them moving forward. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. As always, if you want to connect with me on social media, you can do by finding me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter and Clubhouse by looking under the handle of Arsh Ellahi. As well as that, if you haven't already done so, I release a new podcast every Tuesday at 6 a.m. It's called The Property Rebel, and we go through some real life examples of other property deals that I've done. Finally, if you haven't already done so, why don't you download the Property Investor app? It's the UK's first property investment platform, which showcases all kinds of deals all over the country. So it'd be below market value deals, rent to rent deals, service accommodation deals, just to name a few. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. It's a real life experience. Things happen, but we just get on with it. You can see that I've not panicked, I'm not worried. Luckily that I'll just give you a little secret there. I own the whole block. So across the whole block there, we've got the best part of 100 odd tenants. This doesn't happen very often. When it does, naturally I'm a little bit disappointed, but we just get on with it. We get it cleaned up, we get it moved on, and everyone starts again. So guys, enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, comment below, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.